What is up, Chase That Coin family? Shaka Daniel here, and today I want to just talk about a couple things. First of all, I want to talk about a article from Crypto Coin News. Um, it's an article about Huobi. Huobi. It's a Chinese exchange, one of the most liquid Bitcoin Chinese exchanges. All right. So they have been getting public threats from one of their traders. All right. So, as if you didn't know, in the Bitcoin space, there hasn't been any physical threat of physical violence whatsoever within the last 8 years. All right. So, this is a first. All right. So, Huobi is being accused of intentionally pulling a network cable whenever the market is hot. The site is slow during market moves, the accuser says. Traders can't do anything but shed tears. All right. The physical threat of violence that he stated is he states that he will go to Huobi company, wait by the door, and knife every guy who walks out. All right. So the threat of violence, I don't know how serious we can take that, but I've seen multiple times in like clips and videos in China of guys going to corporate buildings and stuff like that and actually not shooting, but more so intimate form of violence, which is stabbing. And when I mean intimate, it's a more close combat. You know, that's why back in the days when a lot of sword fighting, that was a very gruesome form of combat. So I've seen a lot of that in China, in Asia, period, and around the world, but a lot in Asia. When these Asian guys say that they're gonna do this, sometimes they pull through. All right, so and that's not a stereotype against Asians or anything. I'm just saying they're willing to stick to their word, and I've seen multiple people get fired from their jobs and go back to these companies or whatever, or have a disgruntled arrangement with a company or whatever, and go there and stab people and hit people with objects, and like hold people at hostage with knives to their throats and stuff like that. So with the threat of violence aside, I think that even if the threat isn't gonna affect the Bitcoin price, just the fact that the statement that they're intentionally pulling the network cable whenever the market is hot. And we all know Bitcoin trading isn't really regulated. It isn't like it's some of these exchanges, they do have some kind of some licenses, some of them, but Bitcoin and cryptocurrency trading isn't regulated. All right, so I think with this is gonna cause some people to bandwagon this statement, even if it's not true. All right, even if it's not true. So you guys can go and check that out at Crypto Coin News. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is dealing with China as well. China to regulate. China is in plans or in talks of regulating Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to tighten the hold on the monetary policy that they have. All right. And this is just to go and show you, eventually Bitcoin will be a much bigger part of monetary system. The possibilities of it being this big monetary beast throughout the world is a possibility, but for right now, cash is still king. All right, because these traders and these investors in China, and we all know China has the most volume. All right, once the yuan strengthens, they're gonna sell out their positions. All right, they're not they're not. Most of them aren't holding Bitcoin for as far as maybe not even a belief in it. It's just because the devaluation of the yuan is so strong. All right, they're and they're changing their money into other currencies as well, not just Bitcoin. Other nations' currencies. They're going into gold. They're going into silver. They're buying stocks. It's even a big thing in China to buy uh, real estate. They're just trying to buy anything. They're buying phones. Like they're trying to buy a lot of different things other than hold on to the devaluating yuan. All right. So as China regulates the price of Bitcoin, I think if they officially do that, regulate Bitcoin, I think it's going to be some more pullbacks. All right. Like I said, I've been saying this for days. I called 865 to 890 recorrection in Bitcoin. All right. Now let's get off that topic. Let's move on to this topic of the next support levels that I'm seeing. All right, the next support levels. All right, the next between between 865 and 890. There's some support there. All right, as if you didn't know, you can't get price action from a open candle. If the candle is still moving, you cannot consider it as price action. My breakfast was done. I had to go get my eggs, making my eggs, grits, and some bacon. Try that. But yeah, you can't get price action from an open candle. All right. So, but if this candle closes below 890, all right. If this candle closes below 890, the lower it closes, the more chance it has of finding an even lower support. All right, so after 865, the next support level that I'm seeing is around 784, 784.53. That's the next level of support that I'm seeing. All right. Do I think it's going to come all the way down there? It's a possibility. All right. China has too much of a stronghold on the Bitcoin price and value. And this is one of the things that a lot of speculators don't like. They don't like the fact that China has such a stronghold on Bitcoin because of the way that the Chinese government handles just the strict regime of Chinese government's history. All right, so yeah, but I do know this. It's gonna open up some buying opportunities for people who want to go a little bit longer on that want to go long on Bitcoin. It's gonna open up some buying opportunities if China regulates and the Chinese citizens dump Bitcoin. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt some people that bought high. Maybe it depends on how they view it. If they're just thinking up, up, up. If they just bought in just because they're just thinking up, 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 past all-time highs, then they're gonna, they're gonna have some weak hands. All right, but as far as people who are just thinking about it as long-term, couple years from now, even if they bought high, they're not gonna, because they're you buy in and you just act like you don't have that money, or you buy in and you buy in, you store it, secure it, and you forget about it. But yeah, I do know that it's going to open up some buying opportunities. And when Bitcoin finds a bottom, all right, when it's going up, it's looking for resistance. When it's coming down, it's looking for support. That's in any market. When it finds a bottom and it starts to consolidate before it makes another move, this is going to open up a great opportunity for altcoins trading. All right. So, yeah, man. If you would like to donate to my channel, please check out the About section. I have a list of 15 different cryptocurrencies there that I accept. Also, I accept PayPal. My PayPal information is there. I appreciate everyone who's donated. Thank you for the people who each donated $1. I use Jax right now for my donations. So I use Jackson for most of my donations. So I can't, if you're sending messages with them, I can't see them unfortunately. So it's not like I'm ignoring them, but I do appreciate all the donations. Um, Contact information if you would like to contact me just to say hey or to ask a question, or most importantly to schedule a one-on-one cryptocurrency trading session, please do so. Chase that coin at gmail.com. All right, follow me on Twitter at chase that coin, and you know the motto, keep chasing that coin, ladies and gentlemen.